Hello students, welcome back to my YouTube channel Mathematical Lens by Namita. In this video, we are going to continue with chapter number 6, Perimeter and Area of grade 6 Mathematics of the new NCERT textbook, Ganith Prakash. And we are going to learn about how to find out area of triangle, and that too with the help of area of rectangle. Area of rectangle we have already learned how to find out. We know the formula. Now we will find out area of triangle from area of rectangle. So let us see how to do that. Draw a rectangle on a piece of paper and draw one of its diagonals. Cut the rectangle along its diagonals and get two triangles. Check whether the two triangles overlap with each other exactly. Do they have same area? So first is an activity. Try this with more rectangles having different dimensions. You can check this for a square as well. So let us first try this and then we'll go ahead with the chapter. So this is a rectangular sheet of paper. We'll cut it into two triangles first. Always cut it along its diagonal so that you get two equal. Right? So if we see, they overlap with each other, right? This is one rectangle. We can try with another rectangle. This is another rectangle. And we can just fold it diagonally so that you get so if we cut this, we get two triangles, and if we try to overlap them, yes, they overlap each other. Fine. See. Then we also, if we take a square, right? Suppose this is a square, and then we cut it into two. See, I have already cut the same square, and you can just see two triangles together make a square if the triangles are of the same square. Similarly, we saw in the rectangle. So let us see what do we understand from this activity. So we just saw the activity and we tried it with different rectangles and even the square. And can you draw any inferences from these exercises? So what do we infer? So what do we understand? That we saw that the rectangle, when it was divided into two parts, we get two equal triangles and they were overlapping each other, right? So if we talk in terms of area of rectangle, we can write that area of rectangle is 2 times area of triangle, right? Or we can say in other terms as area of triangle is half area of rectangle. Fine, because we are learning how to find out the area of triangle, right? So suppose this is a rectangle and you know the area of rectangle, but the area of rectangle is given as 20 and they have asked you to find out the area of the triangle. So the area of triangle will be half, that is 10 10. This both the triangles will be 10 10 because we saw that they were overlapping with each other, so their area is same. So if area of triangle is given, you can find out the area of rectangle. If area of rectangle is given, you can find out the area of triangle from each other. But then it should be divided equally through its diagonal. I hope you remember these are diagonals. What are diagonals? There are two diagonals in a triangle, rectangle, sorry. 1 and 2. Maybe a square. Even in a square, you'll get two diagonals, right? So they should be divided along the diagonals so that you get two equal triangles. Understood this part? Now see the figures below. Is the area of the blue rectangle more or less than the area of the yellow triangle? Or is it same? And why? So again, we will try this with the activity. We can actually take a rectangle and this shape and let us see. Now, this is the question asked in the textbook, that there is a square and here this is a triangle. Which shape has more area, less area, or do they have same area? Right? So looking at it, we will feel that this triangle has more area. But see the magic. Now, if we take this triangle, cut it into two parts. I already cut it and kept it ready. And then we can just combine them and keep on this, right? So magically they have same area. So now from the activity we understood that this both have same area. Why they have same area? We saw the logic when we did it, that this is the, that's why there is sort of hint is given, right? It is divided diagonally and this particular triangle is pulled up and kept it here side by side, right? So if I pick this up and keep it here, I'll get the same rectangle, right? Instead of this triangle. That is why they have same area, right? So what's the logic? The relationship, they have same area and the blue, the arrangement is different. The arrangement of two triangles. Here also there are two triangles. Here also there are two triangles. But the way they have arranged, here a rectangle is made, here a bigger triangle is made. Of triangles is different. Fine. Now use your understanding from the previous grades to calculate the area of any closed figure using grid paper, right? So how are we calculating the area? Now here we are not using the formula. We were finding out the area of any uh, shape using a grid. We also did in this class itself in one of the videos, in the previous videos, right? Suppose I want to find out the area of this green rectangle. Then what will I do? I'll just count the squares. So here that's why there is a grid 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So the area of this green portion will be 12, right? 12 square units. Similarly, if the yellow portion, don't need to no need to count all the squares. Even you can count lengthwise and breadthwise. So 1, 2 here, 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 twos are 8. 8 will be the area of the yellow rectangle, right? So I'm first telling you how to find out the area of a rectangle. If I talk about the full rectangle A, B, C, D, then we count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This way lengthwise 5 and breadthwise 4. So 4 5s are 20. 20 will be the area of this full rectangle. Fine. So that is first the background. Now they have asked us to find out the area of the blue triangle, that is BAD. Can you see this triangle? BAD. Okay. Now how to find out the area of this blue triangle? We just understood that the area of triangle is half of the rectangle. So what do? We consider this as a diagonal of a rectangle. And now find out, let me change the color. So if we take this as a diagonal and now we form a rectangle, right? We found so this full rectangle and half of it is this triangle, the blue triangle, right? Let me erase so that now you can imagine, right? So this is a diagonal for this full rectangle ABCD. Now we know what is the area of this rectangle ABCD. So that is we already found out. 5 4s are 20. Okay. So 20 is the area of this rectangle. So this blue portion is half of it. So the area of blue triangle will be 10 square units, right? We can also count the squares here. Okay, full squares and half squares, and that way also we can get the area. Now let us see, find the area of the red triangle ABE, this red triangle. Now here, if we see this red triangle, it would be difficult for us to find out the area because if there are two diagonals you can see. So what do? We divide this triangle into two more triangles. We divide it from here. And now if you imagine this particular shape, the green portion, right? So this is half of this green rectangle, this AFE, triangle AFE is half of the rectangle AFED. So now if we know the area of the green one, so what is the area of the green one? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 3s are 12, right? So this triangle will be half of it. So that would be 6. We have found only this particular portion, this portion, shaded portion. I'm just shading it here, right? Now, because we need to find out the area of this red triangle. Now, we see the other side, this blue rectangle. Sorry, yellow one. Yellow rectangle. And if you see this line, red line, it is half of this rectangle. So if you find out the area of this yellow one, that is FBCE. 1, 2, and this way 4. So 2 4s are 8 is the full area. So half of the triangle will be 4. This portion I'm talking about. Right? So this portion is 6. This is 4. So 6 plus 4 is 10 square units is the area of the red triangle ABE. Right? So this way you can find out area of triangle from the area of the square. Of course, you can count the squares, but that is time consuming and you may not get accurate. Sometimes you may count the half triangle, you may ignore it or something like that. So both the red and the blue triangles have the same area, but they look very different, isn't it? So area of rectangle ABCD is, we already counted, that is 20 square units, right? This full ABCD, complete rectangle. And I told you here also, no need to count all the squares. You can just count lengthwise 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 1, 2, 3, 4. So 5 4s are 20. Okay, directly you can do it. So the area of triangle BAD is half the area of the rectangle ABCD. Fine, that we saw because this is full is 20 and we got this as 10, right? So it is half. What about triangle ABE? Now there are two halves of two different rectangles that also we saw. And these two small rectangles together make a bigger rectangle, right? So the red triangle here, this I divided it into two triangles. This was half of this rectangle, this was half of this rectangle. And together, so this can also be said as the half of the full rectangle. That's why we got the area as 10 square units. Again, it is half of the previous one. So what do we understand from this? The area of triangle ABE is the area of triangle AEF, plus triangle BEF. This is what I already explained you. So same thing is written. Area of triangle AEF is half of the area of rectangle AFED. When I'm speaking this, you refer to the diagram, so it would be easier. Similarly, area of triangle BEF is half of the area of the rectangle BFEC. So ABE together will be half of the area of AFED plus half the area of rectangle BEFC. So which is equal to half of the sum of the areas of these two. That means half the area of the full rectangle ABCD. Right? So what do we conclude from this? We conclude that area of triangle is half the area of rectangle, any rectangle. But the triangle should be drawn across, that is diagonally, right? So we will continue with this figure it out exercise in the next video. Thank you.